Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cyclones going up against the Chargers. And with that, want to welcome everybody into another edition of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City, a special Sunday edition, final Sunday of the season. Cyclones and Chargers will begin play. 6th division doubles match. Carballo and Flores have the serve. El Barba and Ubia receive. We're playing, Stu.
Here's a catch by Flores, backhand to the inside. Ubia, backhand from the 10 line. Ubia, backhand to the inside. Flores with the tip ball. First point goes to El Barba and Ubia of the Chargers. El Barba serves. Reminder of the scoring: first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
I'm excited to see how El Barba plays against Carballo. A lot different than some of these 6th-ranked front quarters, and he's been holding his own and winning those matchups. See how he does today against some stiffer competition.
Ball tipped in the backcourt. We were all tied up. 1 point apiece.
And this past Friday, Ubia quietly had one of his better battle court nights with El Barba, and this 6 team didn't miss anything in the backcourt. Much improved from third time this team played, where he was a little bit shaky in the back, admittedly so. Said that El Barba led the team to victory.
Scoop by Carballo. Beautiful catch by Ubia. Backhand to the inside. Rebote for Carballo. Carballo on the backhand from the 7 line. Ubia is there. That's a point for El Barba and Ubia. El Barba and Ubia for the Chargers lead 2-1.
Carballo was he was looking for the 2-all right there. He sold out hard to the outside, leaving Flores on an island. That's a tough play for the backcourter to make right there, kicking up high.
There's the backhand by Ubia. Rebote. Carballo makes a save. El Barba moves in, lets it pass. Here's the backhand by Ubia. Caught on the forehand of Carballo. Carballo sends it deep. Rebote coming out. El Barba on the rebote. Cut off in the air by Carballo. Karen by Carballo will score. 2-2. Carballo serves.
Those 2-alls are coming at a different pace than El Barba's used to in this group. Carballo throws it about as hard as anybody on the roster from the right or left side. It's going to be his biggest test so far this season. Had that one lined up, just unable to control it.
Fault, over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand, 7 line. Excellent catch by Ubia off a good serve by Carballo. Here's Flores. Backhand from the 10 line. Ubia gets that off in time. Powerful forehand. Rebote coming out. Rebote by El Barba. Scoop by Carballo. Karen by Carballo will score. 3 points for Carballo and Flores. Carballo serves.
And as well as El Barba's played, again, this is just a different speed. 0 for 2 so far on those catches on the outside. See if he can make the adjustment to time up these Carballo throws.
There's a backhand by Ubia. Rebote comes in low. Carballo makes a save. El Barba's there. Costi to the inside. Scooped up by Flores. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Carballo makes the catch at the 9 line. Forehand to the inside and passing. Beautifully thrown. Rebote save. Here's a catch by Carballo. Carballo powerfully to the outside. El Barba steps in. Rebote by El Barba. Here's Flores. Flores low to the inside. El Barba steps cross court to make the play. Rebote forehand. Ubia from the 9 line. Big right side by Ubia. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Powerful forehand. Rebote forehand. Caught by Ubia. Catch by Carballo. Carballo to the outside. El Barba on the rebote. Here's Carballo. Powerful Coastie to the inside. What a scoop by Ubia. Catch by Carballo. Backhand from the 8 line. To the outside. A little wild. That's out of play. We're all tied up 3 points apiece. El Barba serves for the Chargers.
And throughout his career, Carballo has a tendency to push that backhand to the outside or the middle of the court. That one really getting away from him, hitting off the back wall and actually kicking off the court.
Yeah, that's the difference between control and lack of control. I mean, he's got all the power in the world, but you need to keep it in these boundary lines. Carballo picks the serve, throws the carom, it scores. 4 points for Carballo and Flores. Carballo serves for the Cyclones.
And a couple misses early on, just like the teamwork and the communication between these Chargers. Understands that El Barba's had a rough start to this one. Ubia just going up to him, tapping his chest to say, hey, lock back in.
Rougher than usual. Barba, Barba.
No, he's been solid this year.
Solid consistently throughout the season, no question about it.
Again, we knew this was going to be a tougher test. I mean, Carballo's explosive, powerful, rangy up there in the front. And so far, he's dominating that matchup.
Powerful serve will score. Too. That is 5 points for Carballo and Flores. Possible set point.
Well, if Flores can just give Carballo a little bit of support there in the backcourt, you know, Carballo dominated this group with a 6-2 record last season with Jedden behind him, who wasn't even a natural backcourter. So he controls the pace of the game up there in the front, working out well in this opening set. Yeah, beautiful serve again.
Backhand by Ubia. What a catch by Carballo. Powerfully from the forehand. Rebote coming to the inside at the side wall. Barba makes a tremendous save, as does Carballo. Carballo right up the middle. Low rebote. Forehand save.
That's well played.
What a catch by Carballo. Here's the backhand. Ubia's there. Here's the catch by Carballo. Carballo powerfully from the forehand will score. Point and set to Carballo and Flores. 1 minute, 30 seconds goes on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Yeah, not what we've come accustomed to with this El Barba and Ubia team. 3-2. They've played half their double season. That's 5 matches so far. I mean, we've seen great defense by El Barba. We've seen solid catching by Ubia, but just a tough set. Carballo puts so much pressure on both players. Difficult guy to game plan against with his explosiveness, and showed you why in that opening set.
We have some replays. You see this, just the raw power of Ubia, and it was raw power begetting raw power. Flores just not able to get anywhere near that ball. But the power that the Chargers had in the back, the Cyclones had in the front with Carballo, locked in, playing great. El Barba missing about twice as many balls as he normally does.
Yeah, 3 in that set.
He's been stopping these without too much difficulty. This one, don't know what it was, just was not able to get assessed on the ball consistently.
And I think the change of speed is the biggest adjustment for El Barba here. I mean, he's used to those 2 balls coming in a little bit softer. He's been making that catch. And he knows how to play against Carballo. I mean, he's done it in practice for a number of years. He stopped these 2 balls pretty consistently.
Yep.
Again, just
beautiful
a couple
catch
misses.
by Ubia. Look at this, just beautifully read. Nice backhand.
Carballo, though, I mean, right in the service box, aggressive. Right off the bat, just shoots this carom. You know, Barba, I mean, trying to line it up there on the tip. Just clean miss.
Yeah, frustrating.
Second set, ready to begin. Chargers, El Barba and Ubia will have the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court. The first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. El Barba serves. This set has begun. Fault, over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Backhand by Flores. Here's Ubia. Rebote save to the inside. Flores is there. Backhand. Hard and low. Carballo makes the catch at the 9 line. Powerful forehand. Caught on the forehand of Ubia. Ubia powerfully from the right side. That ball's tipped off the scoop attempt. First point goes to the team of El Barba and Ubia. They lead 1-0.
And really the only one that Carballo didn't need right there. Kind of a lazy high scoop to the right side. Not easy to control to begin with. And the way that Flores is catching to begin this match, just got to trust him there. I know he prefers, Flores does, the left to his right side. But he's more than capable of making that catch.
Flores gets up there to make the catch. Hard throw. Good catch by Ubia in the backcourt. Powerful forehand. Rebote right up the middle. Caught on the forehand of Ubia. Carballo's calling for the rebote. Rifles it to the inside. Beautiful scoop by Ubia. Backhand into the pad, and the pad is bad. It's a point for Carballo and Flores. Carballo serves.
A couple throws, Ubia's been flirting with the pad there, and really no reason. I mean, Carballo's going to step in there and pick that ball up on the bounce. I mean, a softer backhand trying to die it into the corner, at least force Flores to make a catch deep in the backcourt. That's what he wants. But that's not Ubia's game. Used to power, trying to blast these backhands and forehands, and against Carballo up there in the front, that's not a particularly good strategy. It's worked out the Cyclones' favor so far. Chargers got to turn it around.
Ball tipped off the serve. Ace for Carballo, he serves.
2 aces in this match already. We talked about the difficulties Carballo gives the opposing front quarter, but also the back quarter of this level. I mean, he's a third-ranked player taking on mostly 4s. And that's a tough serve for anybody to handle. We see a couple aces in the top-ranked doubles group. You're going to see a couple here in the 6 group.
Here's the backhand by Ubia. Rebote, line drive, throw to the inside. Here's Ubia. Big right side. Carballo's calling for it. Rebote save, light touch. This one stopped by El Barba. El Barba sends it deep. In and out of the cesta it goes. 2-2. El Barba serves for the Chargers.
Carballo called him off a little bit later. That can be difficult. You know, your front quarter screaming that to let it come out and you have it lined up on the left side. You just got to commit. If he's going to make that catch, even if your front quarter's calling you off, look it into the cesta.
Fault under serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
Boy.
Double fault. Point 4, Carballo and Flores. They lead 3-2. Carballo serve.
Man, inopportune time for the double fault. Crucial point going the way of the Cyclones here, and back to that Carballo serve, which Chargers have had trouble dealing with. That's a good one.
Beautiful serve by Carballo. Beautiful catch and return. Carballo's calling for a difficult rebote that is not played. 3-3. El Barba serves.
Smart throw by Ubia. Got that one off quick. Carballo was nowhere close to cutting it off on the inside. And at that speed, trying to play the rebote at the 10 line. Next to impossible. Good throw. Chargers time back up. 3-3.
Carballo picks the serve. There's the carom.
Oh, that's in.
That is in. 4 points for Carballo and Flores. Carballo serves.
You know, Barba, I mean, he's wanted the ball all season long, and that's not a good sign right here. Just stepping out of the way, that ball's well in, too. Understand that you want to, let that ball land out if it can, but got to protect the boundary line. That one was a foot in.
Beautiful catch by Ubia off a hard serve by Carballo. Rebote, forehand by Carballo. Here's a catch by Ubia. Ubia blasts it low and hard. Flores gets in there, makes a great catch. Ubia, big right side. Another good catch by Flores. Here's the backhand. Excellent catch by Flores. Backhand stays to the inside and scores. Well thrown by Flores. That is possible set and possible match point for Carballo and Flores of the Cyclones. Carballo serves.
And at this level, the way that Flores is catching, I love him in the backcourt. You got a shot maker up there in Carballo. He can defend 70, 80, even 90% of the court at times. He just has to focus on his role, making catches there between the 10 and 12 line on his left side. That's the way the Flores can play. Well done here. Got another point, 5-3. Cyclones looking to get the first points of the game day.
Backhand 2-ball will land in and score 4 points for El Barba and Ubia. Still possible match point for Carballo and Flores.
Carballo eager and aggressive to end this match. Perfect time to throw that backhand 2-ball. Caught him going the other way.
Good catch by Flores. Here's the backhand. El Barba's there. Backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Juggled. Point, set, and match for Carballo and Flores, taking it in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4.
Cyclones on the board first. Currently in 5th place with the Chargers up at the top of our standings. They needed a big day. And this 16 delivered. Carballo and Flores, big win. Straight set, 6-3, 6-4.
As soon as that high ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
And there you have it, with the first match of the day going to Carballo and Flores of the Cyclones.
Yeah, that's by far the best that team has played together
Absolutely.
this season.
No
I mean,
question
Flores starting to figure out the backcourt a little bit and how to play with Carballo. That's a bit of a learning curve as well. And that team continues to play like that the rest of the season. I'm sure to guess we're going to see a couple more in the win column. We're going to hear from our winners. Carballo and Flores ready to go. There they are.
Hey guys, congratulations on that win.
Thank you, thank you.
It's great to get the first win of the night, right?
Yes. Started off good.
How are you guys feeling playing together this season?
You know what? Great. I mean, I don't call this guy Teggy for nothing. I mean, he earned that nickname, and that's why you heard it about 100 times out there.
Carballo, you're known for going a little crazy on the court. We never quite know what we're going to get from you. How were you able to keep your head in the game and make sure to get the win?
No, it's part of my style, you know, that unpredictability. But when I can hone it in and I execute and I do what I got to do, you know, normally we end up on top like today. So we're sharing the court, we're communicating, and that's what I like to do, and I'm happy today. We're happy.
Well, you guys made a great display, showing us what you're capable of. Congratulations. We'll see how the rest of the night goes.
Clone Cartel, thank you. Tune in.
Go Cones.
Coming up next, moving over to singles, top division here, number 1 ranked players for the Cyclones. That is Manu. For the Chargers, Zulica. Zulica this season been back and forth with his singles results. A win, a loss, a win, a loss, and then coming off of a win against Douglas of the Warriors. So if that were to hold true, Manu would pick up his 3rd singles win of the year. It's been a great start for Manu. 2-1 record, defeating Gaucheri back at his first time out. That was a statement win. Interesting here, Zulica is a front quarter, Manu is a back quarter, but if you've been with us this season, you know that Manu doesn't have the typical skills of a back quarter. He can throw a couple more shots, and he's as precise as they come. Ready to go with our second match. There's a serve by Manu. Our second match is underway. Backhand by Zulica. Nice catch overhead. Here's Manu just in front of the 11 line. Back into the corner. Robote forehand. Sticks inside. Manu backing up. This one lobbed up. Passing. Zulica looking for it off the Robote. Rebound off the back wall. With a big bounce. Manu controls it on the side wall. This one on the number. That's a great save. Takes Manu to the outside. He runs under it. Manu, that high 3-wall play just out of reach. Zulica trying to play the Robote. Not there. Well thrown. Manu on the board first.
Zulica's still he's gotten used to the front part of the court. Now we're waiting for him to get used to the back part of the court, that back part of the court. Say all the words one after the other. That was a long 3-wall play. You could see how he said, oh, it's going 3 walls, got to get to the outside. He was close. Just not in perfect position to make that Robote.
Here's Zulica opening up with the backhand. Manu steps back, caught it in the air. Robote laid up. Manu on the bounce, up at the 8 line. Forehand gonna pass. Zulica looking for it on the back end. Powers this one a little too high. That caught the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points for Manu.
Manu, the definition of slow and steady, wins the race. Occasionally we've seen him turn to a more aggressive style of play with shots. We know he's got them on both the left side and the right side.
High bouncing serve. Zulica on the hop. Cuts that one off. Backhand to the inside. Here's Manu pulling it off the side wall. Zulica on the Robote. High bounce again to the inside. Good control by Manu up at the 9. Backhand. Here's Zulica now. Trying to get this one to pass. Manu climbs the wall. He's down with the ball. Big backhand now. That's out of reach. Robote forehand. Straight to the outside. That's outside of play. 3-0 lead for Manu of the Cyclones.
Zulica's lethal with that right side, man. He's got great caroms, an absolutely lethal serve. That outside placement attempt, beautifully thrown, but you got to keep it in those boundary lines. They're on the floor. That was about 2 feet out.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Good catch by Manu, deep in the backcourt. This one lobbed up to pass. Kind of a wonky Robote. Zulica turns it into a 2-wall. That's too wide. 4 straight for Manu.
Zulica just not having much luck with these shots. The outside placement before landed wide. This 2-wall off the Robote. Difficult shot. It's also landing wide.
High, hard backhand. That's going to catch 3 walls. Manu backpedals into position. Shoots it right up the middle. Here's Zulica. Straight into the costado. Inside placement. Manu scooped it up with one hand. Backhand. Wall to wall. Rabote's coming out. Rabote power to the inside. Manu, good positioning. Caught it up in the air. Backhand. There's a leaping grab. Zulica now. Wall to wall. Rabote to the outside. Zulica runs onto this one. Powerful forehand, low and hard. Manu scooped up another one. Backhand. Rabote left side. Quick turn on the 2-wall. Manu tracks it down. He stops it before it's in the net. Fake the carom. Put it inside for a 5-0 lead. That is a possible set point.
As you know, I don't prognosticate on who's going to win or who's not going to win.
Sure.
I sometimes think in my own mind what I think the points are going to be. I would not have ever predicted we'd be sitting at 5-0 Manu. I mean, he's more than capable of based on his skill, especially the way Zulica's been playing, and with a pretty good warm-up before.
Yeah. Big backhand. Manu all the way up at the 6 line. Powers it low and hard. Zulica's there to scoop it up into the backhand. Just going to pass with it. Manu on the Rabote forehand. Laid up on the wall. Good catch by Zulica. Big backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Manu again pushes this one up the middle. Zulica caught it. Forehand. Back inside. Manu went for it front ways and scooped it up. This one close to the wall. All Zulica can do with it, puts it inside. Here's Manu, just beyond the 9 line, lobs it up into the corner. Rabote forehand. This one passes. Manu lines it up, left side Rabote, a little clip off the sidewall. Zulica scooped it up into the 2-wall, thrown to score.
Beautifully executed.
That extends the set here. Zulica with his first point, still a possible set for Manu.
Yes, there'll be no shutout here, but man, that was really, really well done.
Even if you're losing this set, good momentum moving on to set number 2 to see a 2-wall thrown perfectly like that. That serve stayed inside. Here's Manu, big backhand, open it up. Into the corner, coming out. Rabote, power to the inside. Manu backing up, scooped it up at the 11. Hard return, this one coming out again. Zulica stays up in the front, pushes this one up the middle. Manu going to turn and look for it. Turns a 2-wall, that's too low. 2 points for Zulica.
Manu needs to do whatever he can to finish this off here. Zulica's more than capable of cracking off a couple points and coming back.
Manu there at the 12, opens up with the left side. Zulica looking for the Rabote, powers it. Great Rabote back into the corner. Manu just keeps it inside. Zulica aggressively on the costado. Inside placement. Manu read it, scooped it up. Backhand. Low runner, powerful on the numbers. Zulica's got the Rabote. Manu on the hop, pulls it in at the 10 line. Big backhand again. Sticks inside into the Chula. Zulica digs it out. That's well placed. Manu out of position, still there to scoop it up. Another one. Manu digs it out high off the front wall. Not going to get past Zulica. Straight into the costado. The 2-wall thrown in.
Wow.
To score.
Gorgeous. That was spot on beautiful. Spot on beautiful. That's what Zulica wanted before. That one was, he was just right next to the side wall. Snapped off a 2-wall. Look at where this ball cuts out. Zulica makes the catch. Steps into the side wall. Boom. From the 7 line. Opens up there.
Yeah.
By the 3 line, it's already headed to the screen.
Ball under serve. Second serve coming up. Second serve is good. Manu, backhand from the 11. Powerfully into the corner now. This comes shooting off the back wall. Zulica makes a save. Into the backcourt now at the 10 line. Manu just lobs this one up. Zulica's got to come back for it. That Rebote just does clear Manu. Inside placement. Here's Zulica. Nice catch up at the 8 line. Backhand. Into the corner. Manu powers it back over the top. Here's Zulica on the catch. Into the 2 wall. Thrown in to score. Just a 1-point deficit now. Zulica serves.
Said it was possible that he would come back. I didn't know that he would. He's within a point of himself being at set point.
Again, rifled in the corner. Zulica comes out for Rebote to pass. Back over the top. Here's Zulica, middle of the court. Inside placement. Manu trying to get in there. He scooped it up. Backhand between the 8 and 9. Back into the corner. That's on the wall. Zulica comes back for it, lays it up, and gets it to pass. Manu straight to the outside. Zulica not going to get there. Manu closes it out. 6-4, 2 minutes. Minute and a half, rather. Come back and play. Set number 2. Well, it got interesting there at the end. You know, it's why you don't want to let your opponent see one go in. Zulica saw that 1-2 wall, 5-1, 5-2. Got into a 1-point deficit. I knew they were able to close it out.
You are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Chargers going up against the Cyclones. There we are in the ESPN3 Players Cage. Players come back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. There you see Zulica in the foreground getting some feedback from Ubia. Move to the back corner where you have the Cyclones. Manu currently playing. Having a sip of Berry Fit.
I hear he's a big fan.
As am I. No question about it. This Berry Fit water is just spot on delicious. Here we have some replays. I want to make it cute and say not as delicious as some of these replays, but that sounded a little too hokey. But I figured I'd share it with you guys anyway. Manu really played fantastic. I mean, he came out to a 5-0 lead. Zulica just not able to get any shots in. Then all of a sudden, ball by ball, he started landing them. That's one really perfect example there. Just so well done.
Yeah, Zulica been probably the streakiest player in this top-ranked singles group. I mean, he lost to Jairo, came out, beat Douglas, and you know, when he's on, he's on. When he's off, sometimes struggles on the catch, and 2-all consistency lacks just a bit. Saw a good run there. See if Zulica can carry that over into set number 2 and force a third set.
And we've discussed this. This isn't just pure product placement or whatever.
No,
I really like this water. This water is delicious. What is it that has? Tropical punch.
Yeah, Stu does genuine, you know, and it's as genuine as it gets. He's put down, is that your 3rd bottle today?
Yes,
we may need a.
This is.
You might want to mix in a water, Stu.
Literally. That's why I keep noticing me running back, not to catch a ball. All right, let's get the second set underway.
Second set begins. Manu on the left side, big backhand. Here's the Rebote. Rebound off the back wall. Power to the inside. Manu running with it. He makes a save. Zulica's there to scoop it up. Into the Costado. The 2-wall powered in to score. Perfectly thrown. Zulica. Early lead here in our second set.
Zulica knowing that he's got to land these shots that he was not able to land in the first half of the first set. Manu getting out there. Looked like he had a chance to try to stop that ball. Reminder of the scoring here in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first player to reach 6 points will win the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Great catch by Manu. That serve kicked up high on the left side. The backhand passes. Zulica on a Rebote. That was wall to wall, cutting inside and scoring. Perfectly thrown for a 2-0 lead.
Again, the closer the ball is to the side wall, the more difficult it is to get a play on it, whether it's coming off of the front wall at you or coming off the back wall on the Rebote. The closer the ball is to that side wall, the more difficult it is to play.
Here's Manu, backhand from the 12. Zulica looking for it again. Bote inside, catches 3 walls. Manu middle of the court, drops it inside with a big bounce. Zulica scooped it up. This one just does clear the overhead screen. Manu backpedals, throws it straight outside. That lands just wide. That is outside of play. 3-0 advantage for Zulica.
It's like the script flipped. Manu having the difficulty there that Zulica had in the first set. Trying to land an outside placement from the forehand, it goes wide. Got to keep the ball within these red boundary lines on the floor of the court.
Big backhand by Zulica. Here's the rebote, left side. Manu, big bounce, 2-wall. That's going to land in and score. What a shot. Brings it to 3-1. Manu serves.
We'll see if this has the effect that landing one had on Zulica. See Manu here. This is a scalpel that he's using right here. This is a scalpel.
The body control.
That's not a cleaver. That's a scalpel.
Wow. Oh, missed by Manu. That's 4-1 lead. Rebote forehand. Howard overhead, Manu looking for it. That's on the wall
Beautiful
again.
save.
What a save. Lays it up. Here's Zulica into the Costano, into the 2-wall, thrown
shot.
to score.
Zulica is just so accurate on these 2 walls, just doing such a beautiful job. Beautiful 2-wall.
What a grab there by Manu. That serve crossed the sidewall. Zulica on the rebote, plays it up the middle. This one sticks inside. What a scoop straight into the Costado. The 2-wall again thrown to score. Zulica closes out the set 6-1. We are going to a third set in just a minute and a half. So I think he answered that question. 2-wall did carry over into set number 2.
Very much so.
I think that's how you have to play Manu. If you get into these long rallies, I mean, he's gonna eat you up.
Of course, because he catches everything. He's got sneaky court accuracy in that he moves the ball actually very well. There we see Zulica just coming off of a clinic of 2-walls, beautifully executed.
And kept the game plan that is pretty simple in set number 2.
Also, I don't know if we did this previously, but have to congratulate him on having just finished a master's degree in accounting.
Master's degree in accounting.
Yes.
Wow. Smart guy too, huh?
No question about it. Well, hopefully he'll be able to do some accounting for himself here if he's able to win. Of course, that's how the players get paid around here. If you win or are on the winning team, it's a good day.
Absolutely.
If you don't, it's not. Once again, back to the ESPN 3 Players Cage. There you see Icada, the shortest of the tall guys back there. You see.
Yeah, he's among some trees back there.
I know. He's
Lopez,
tall.
Manu.
He's taller than me. Greg's taller than me. So.
Yeah, those guys are 6'2", 6'3". Yeah, somewhere around there. So. And then when you put that in perspective, you hear like basketball players, 6'3" is like the shortest, is like a guard. Yeah, some of those guys are massive out there. Ready to go here with our third set.
Out of the way.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Manu and Zulica treating us to a third set. Manu will have the serve. That serve begins our third and decisive set. Manu on the inside, pulls it in at the 10. There's a backhand. Oh, runner just out of reach. That comes shooting out. Zulica pushed it high in the overhead screen, which is out of play. Manu first up on the board in our third set.
Be curious to see how aggressively Manu begins to play after this serve. Again, he has shots on both the forehand and the costado that he's known for going to. See if he does it.
Backhand to the inside. Shooting out again, Manu up at the 8, powers it right up the middle. Zulica caught it in the air. Low and hard back inside. Manu's there to scoop it up straight into the costado. Inside placement. Here's Zulica now, backhand. Manu thought about it, lets it pass, turns a 2-wall, caught him off his footing, and that will score. What a shot by Manu. Brings it to 2-0.
Beautiful shot by Manu. You'll see that Zulica now has very much gotten used to the court here at Magic City. Very cautious moving up on that screen. That screen is affixed to the floor, so it's possible to be extending into the screen and stepping on it at the same time. You have no traction once your sneakers hit that screen. None.
Manu looking for that rebote, plays it inside. Here's Zulica, 8-line, costado, 2-wall. That's out. Three-0 lead. Manu serves.
Yeah, backcourt judge quick on that. Has been on these line calls.
Yes, he has. Nice serve, Zulica from deep in the backcourt, lobs it up. That just does clear. Manu, though, powers it inside on the wall and scoring. 4-0.
Manu's got 3 choices. He's capable of throwing the outside shot that Zulica wasn't lined up for, but there's risk associated with that, both the pad and the outer line. Inside, risky that Zulica's going to get to it, because if that just tips any part of the wall before it gets to him, that's going to go right into his cesta, but it didn't. He threw it back what's called arrimada. That's all along the side wall without tapping to score. Very well done. Without clipping, rather.
Zulica from the 11. That is just launched. Manu backpedals quickly out at the 5-line, whips it outside. Zulica, what a catch. But he grabbed the net with his offhand. That is a violation. Point to the Cyclones. That's 5-0, possible set point.
Yeah, so you see.
No, that's a great call by the judge here. You cannot do that.
You grab,
right there.
Yeah, his hand, too much contact, that left hand before he made the throw. If it was after he made the throw, that can get a little blurry. But no, that was very clear contact, too much contact with the screen.
Great catch by Zulica as that crossed the sidewall. Here's the backhand coming out. Rebote forehand, back over the top, dropping low. Catch by Zulica, what a play. Here's Manu. Oh, runner gonna get by. Zulica stays up in the front. It's a forehand rebote coming out to the middle of the court. Manu, low and hard, back inside, clean miss. Rebote not there. Point, set, and match. Manu gets it done in the third set, winning the final set 6-0. Well, the Chargers came into the day in first place, but it's the Cyclones who've come out hot. The first 2.5 points of the game day going their way. Barba and Benny of the Chargers will have an opportunity to break that momentum against Icada and Bueno. 5th division doubles coming up in just 2.5 minutes. And let's take a look here at the game day scoreboard. reflecting those 2.5 points for the Cyclones. And Zulica's been 2 wins in singles. So 3 wins in singles, that is. Manu able to hand him that 3rd loss. We will hear from our winner, Manu, captain of this Cyclones team. Very similar team. And ended up winning the championship. There he is, Manu, ready to go.
All right, Manu, congratulations on winning that match. You have had a fantastic season so far. Your record right now is 3-1. What are your expectations for the rest of the season?
I'm going to try to do the same, no? To work my opponent, try to put in the rebote, in not a good position, and after that, still working, and maybe he's going to give me the chance to finish the point.
Well, Manu, congratulations again on winning that match. See what else happens today.
Thank you, go Clone.
And moving over to 5th Division doubles. You heard the teams. Let's see them here for the Cyclones, Icada and Bueno. For the Chargers, El Barba and Benny. For the Cyclones, Icada and Bueno this season, slow start, as was the case for them in the fall 23 season. They began here 0-3, looking to get their first win of the season. A tough El Barba and Benny team. This team lost their opening match against the Fireballs, Hernandez and Cabrera, and since that point, they have won 3 in a row, led by Benny in the backcourt, but El Barba's been a difference maker up in the front. An easier matchup here against Icada, who doesn't throw quite as many shots and has a little less power compared to Carballo.
But also saw Icada looked a little slow in the practice. I mean, I don't know how else to refer to it other than slow earlier in the day.
We'll see how this one goes. 3rd match of the day, 5th Division doubles.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our next match. Icada and Bueno representing the Cyclones going up against El Barba and Benny. Icada has the serve for the Cyclones. Icada serves, we begin. Backhand by Benny. Bueno from the 12 line on the left side. Rebote, that's the rebound off the back wall. Forehand rebote by Icada, caught by El Barba. Icada from the 9 line, backhand. To the feet of Benny, scoops it up on the left side. He goes deep. Bueno's there. Ball tipped in the backcourt. First point of this match goes to Icada and Bueno. Icada serves. Reminder, the scoring in battle court, ladies and gentlemen. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
Maybe a little bit of a screen by El Barba, screening Benny there in the backcourt, but again, that's right on the law. Really the only time we're going to see players miss like that at this level.
Icada, backhand from the 8 line, he goes deep. Rebote back to the inside. El Barba with a missed rebote, 2 points for Icada and Bueno. Icada serves.
Rare miss. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've seen El Barba swing and miss on a rebote.
Well, no, today's just been an off day for El Barba. It's the only thing to say.
Yeah, this seems to be just doing a lot of thinking up there. Just got to settle down, play his game, because he's had, I mean, maybe the best start of any player in battle court. Hard to say that Cabrera hasn't had the best start, but El Barba up there is a 6, given the expectations and what's been happening throughout his career. He's delivered for these Chargers. So we can get it back here.
Here's a backhand by Benny. Here's the catch and return by Bueno to the inside. Benny, backhand from the 9 line. Rebote for Icada. He takes it on the forehand. El Barba takes it in the air. Backhand from the 6 line. Bueno's there. Powerful backhand. This one caught by Benny. Benny from the right side. Icada at the 11 line to make the forehand play. Rebote forehand by Icada. El Barba's got it. He winds up, drops it inside. Not soft enough. Here's Bueno. Big backhand by Bueno. Low to the back wall. Rebote by Benny. Hard to the inside. Beautifully thrown. Bueno makes the save. Catch by El Barba on the forehand. Bueno going for the save on the rebote. Just missed. That's a point for the purple shirts. El Barba and Benny. El Barba serves for the Chargers.
That's all about confidence, and sometimes it just takes seeing one go in or to score a point to get you back on track. And good stop by El Barba on the outside. Perfectly placed forehand. Rebote missed by Bueno.
Fine serve by El Barba. There's the catch and return by Bueno. Benny on the backhand. Big backhand by Benny. Here's Bueno from the 11 line. He goes deep. Rebote forehand. Icada. Backhand from the 8 line. Rebote forehand. Rebote forehand. Backhand by Bueno. Bueno on the backhand from the 11 line. Benny's there. Here's the backhand from the inside. Hard throw. Rebote for Icada. Icada forehand rebote to the outside. Benny lines up. Rebote back to the inside. Beautifully thrown. Well caught by Bueno. Icada takes it on the forehand midcourt. Icada from the left side, backhand. Barba calls for the rebote, plays it well to the inside. Here's Bueno. El Barba's there again, backhand. Beautiful catch by Bueno at the 11 line. Here's Benny. Backhand from the 10. Wall to wall. The rebote coming out. Rebote coming out again. Forehand rebote by Icada. Benny's there. Backhand from the 9 line. Beautiful catch by Bueno. Nice backhand. That ball hits the overhead screen. 3 points for the blue shirts, Icada and Bueno. Icada serves.
Now, Bueno's had some struggles in the backcourt to begin this season with Icada, but not today. And a couple of these have been on the wall. He scraped a couple off the numbers and looks very solid.
No, absolutely. El Barba having some difficulty earlier. That one, Benny just trying to get the ball back and just kicked off the front wall and hit the overhead screen. Tough break. Bueno on the forehand from the 13 line. He comes over the top, big bounce, brought down by Benny. Benny from the forehand. Icada reaching around Benny to make the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Bueno's there. Backhand from the 10. Rebote forehand missed by El Barba. That's 4 points for Icada and Bueno. Icada serves.
It doesn't look very fluid. I mean, El Barba, usually very solid on the rebotes. Doesn't miss many to his right or left. And even the ones that he's made and gotten up off the front wall, just kind of slapped him up there.
Great catch by Benny deep in the backcourt off a good serve by Icada. Bueno. There's the backhand by Icada. Benny on the rebote. Catch by Icada. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming all the way out to the 4 line. 2-all. Caught in the air by Icada. Karam by Icada scores. 5 points for Icada and Bueno. Icada serves.
And Benny took off, but not nearly enough time to defend the 2-all up that close to the front wall. Well executed by Icada. El Barba trapped to the inside, had to give way. Icada just had to execute, and he did.
Backhand by Benny. Rebote coming off the back wall to the forehand of Icada. Lightning fast and scoring. Point and set to Icada and Bueno. They win the first set 6-1. Minute and a half go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Yeah, one of those sets that you just have to wipe the slate clean if you're the Chargers. I mean, not what we're used to seeing from El Barba or Benny. A couple misses in the back. Rebote getting away from Benny as well, but starts with the front court, and El Barba missed a lot more than we're used to seeing, even in this match again, second time out today.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Andrew. You got to shake that off. You try to do it point by point if you can. Sometimes that's difficult, but this minute and a half break in between sets will give you a chance to try to clear your mind. There we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. You see Lopez giving some feedback to Bueno. Number 22 got his back to us. And Icada won that first set handily, 6-1. Imagine he's telling him to do more of the same. Hey, what you just did, keep doing it.
And the way that first set went really played into the Cyclones' hand. I mean, just had to catch one more ball than their opponent. The Chargers are making a couple mistakes. Not used to seeing that, and turned out to be a 6-1 set in the Cyclones' favor.
There in the front part of the cage, you see El Barba there? He's the one with the beard, in case you didn't know who was Benny and Barba.
It just got to be frustrating the way that he's played this season to come out today and just really can't get anything going. That's why they play 2 out of 3 sets. That's the beauty of this format. Let's see if El Barba can get it going here in set number 2. The Chargers will have the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. El Barba will have the serve for the Chargers. Just see. When I walked out on the court and realized he had to tie his shoe, Icada, you see tying into the cesta there. That hand sits on top of that wicker basket, just basically a thin piece of cloth in between the hand and those reeds. Leather glove goes on top of it, and then that long tie is what keeps the hand in there. Bueno having tied his shoe, now he's got to tie his cesta. Usually that's when we have a friend in the back saying, that's what the minute 30 is for. El Barba serves, we begin. Excellent catch by Benny. Benny from the forehand. Icada from the 8 line, backhand to the inside, a little lower. Scoop attempt, tipped. Icada and Bueno are up on the board first in the second set. Here's the catch by Benny. Beautiful catch there at the 11 line. Rebote coming out. Benny sets, winds up. Excellent catch by Icada at the 7 line. Benny from the forehand. Beautiful catch by Icada at the 9. He goes deep. Rebote to the inside. Here's Bueno. Backhand from the 10 line. Bueno from the 11. Backhand by Bueno from the 11 again. Here's Benny. Rebote forehand. Bueno's there. Backhand from the 11 to the inside. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall played by Benny. Caught in the air by Bueno. Benny, difficult catch. Forehand over the top. Icada with a hop, makes the catch. Forehand back to the inside. Here's Benny. Here's the catch by Benny. Backhand from the 11 line. Here's a catch by Icada. Backhand to the inside. El Barba, good forehand rebote. That ball missed by Bueno in the backcourt. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. First set won by Icada and Bueno.
The only thing that kind of plays into the Chargers' hand here is that Icada doesn't throw as many shots off the rebote. So as this ball's heating up, Benny can just start blasting him, force Icada to lay it up, and let either El Barba or Benny coming up from the backcourt make something happen offensively. You see Benny throw a couple more costados here in this second set. That's going to move Icada to the outside and leave Bueno on an island. Either way, just like that, they're moving the defense around a little bit more.
Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Icada picks the serve. Here's the backhand. Passes the back quarter. El Barba for the rebote, lays it up. Caught by Bueno. Icada ducks very well. Benny's under the bridge, but he makes a save. Catch by Icada. Icada goes to the outside and scores. 2 points for the blue shirts, Icada and Bueno. Icada serves.
Again, just a great fake by Icada. I mean, his body, his eyes, everything was telling you he was throwing that ball back inside, so much so that El Barba was moving that way.
Yeah, and Barba just was not prepared. He was prepared to run. Was not prepared to make a catch.
I mean, look at this. Just kind of lulled him to sleep here on the windup. Look at this catch.
This is the one. Look at this
Bueno
duck.
here.
Look at this teamwork here.
Let me just get out
beautiful.
of the way. Let him finish that throw. Well done.
Here's a backhand by Benny. Barba gets in there and makes the save. Icada steps up to the 5 line, has it on the forehand. Karam stopped by El Barba. Carambola stopped by Bueno. Bueno from the forehand, low and inside. Benny's looking for Rebote. He makes the play to the inside. Bueno comes cross court to take that one in the air. Rebote by Benny. Here's Bueno. Backhand. Rebote forehand. El Barba makes the catch. Soft 2-all. Not soft enough. Icada's on it. Mid split placement scores. 3 points for Icada and Bueno. Icada serves. Thought about that one. Perfect placement.
Yeah, no, Barba again. I mean, he's just not committed to any throw today. I mean, he didn't want the ball in the first match. He's kind of playing to the outside, and after a couple misses, he was staying away from it. And here again, I mean, he puts it to the middle of the court. Look at how much space there is between Benny and El Barba for Icada to make something happen.
Benny didn't even have his set stop. And that's how unprepared he was for that. Great throw.
He doesn't have many shots, but the carom and the outside placement, anything from the right side, you're going to see thrown by Icada.
Here's a backhand by Benny. Here's Bueno. Backhand from the 11 line. Benny's there. Rebote forehand. Catch by Benny. Benny Cortada by Benny. Another catch by Icada. Here's the backhand from the 8 line. Wall to wall. Benny for the rebote at the 7 line. Rebote forehand save. Benny running in, takes it on the bounce. Going for that three-wall play. It's to the outside. Perfect read by Icada. Icada lays it up. Benny makes the catch. Outside placement,
Benny,
perfectly
what a shot
executed
that
by
was.
Benny to score. 2 points for the purple shirts. El Barba and Benny. El Barba serves.
And that's just knowing your opponent, forcing the left side rebote by Icada. And what did he do? Icada's caught El Barba trying to get back to the inside, so Benny throws one out there and got him as well. I mean, that's a pretty good save. Not his preferred side, got it up there, but look at Benny staying up in the front court, caught it in the air, and then straight to the outside with
Beautiful.
Icada. Yeah, he committed hard back to the inside. That's what Benny's thrown all match long.
That's a picture-perfect throw by Benny, no question about it.
Got to mix it up. Maybe that'll get something going for these Chargers. They need it.
It's an excellent catch by Bueno. Benny takes it in the air, backhand from the 11 line. Bueno's there. Big backhand by Bueno. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote coming out. Barba sends it deep.
What a rebote.
Rebote forehand saved by Icada. Here's Benny. Icada takes it in the air. Backhand 2-all, caught almost by El Barba. That ball is tipped. That's a 4th point for the blue shirts. Icada and Bueno. Icada serves.
Not only is that a catch El Barba's made consistently this season, but he's been killing it from that location. On the outside to his forehand, carambolas, caroms, drop shots, whatever it's been. You haven't seen many misses quite like that. And moving the opposite way the ball's going, understand, not that easy, but that's one you expect El Barba to make.
Forehand by Benny. Excellent catch by Bueno. Big backhand right up the middle. Benny's keeping the rebote for himself, sends it back to the inside. Rebote saved by Bueno, nicely played. Benny all alone, up at the 5 line, throws the carom. Icada stops it. This will score. 5 points for Icada and Bueno. Possible match point.
You know, Benny did a great job that point, everything but the finishing throw.
He expected to have Icada beat, but Icada reads Benny
Look at
perfectly.
this. Yeah, he opened up.
Before he throws, he's already moving out there.
And he got there in plenty of time. Good return, low and hard, and El Barba, the only hope, couldn't scoop it up.
Benny on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand to the inside. Catch by Benny. Rebote comes in low. That's saved by Icada. Benny takes it on the bounce. Rebote by Bueno. Rebote save. Benny makes the catch up there at the 5 line. 3-wall play. Bueno, excellent read. That will land in and score. 3 points for El Barba and Benny. Still possible match point for Icada and Bueno. El Barba serves.
Yeah, Benny taking matters into his own hands. He's up there in the front. You're expecting something low and hard to the inside. What does he do? He elevates it, forces actually Bueno to get out there. That's a great read, just tough. Off your footing to make that rebote, crashing into the net.
Yeah, super tough play. Again, Benny's had 2 perfect throws. That outside placement earlier, that 3-wall play. Just beautifully executed. Again, Bueno reading it well. But look, you're jumping in the air and trying to twist your body with the ball in your cesta that you're aiming someplace. It's a lot to put into one.
Oh, absolutely. And a dangerous lead here at 5-3.
Yeah.
You know, Barba known to throw a couple aces in this group, so he can get one here.
Here's a catch by Benny. Backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote for Icada. Icada forehand rebote. Benny lets it pass. Icada on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Rebote by Bueno. He'll keep this to the inside. Benny steps in at the 8 line. Backhand. Bueno's there. He takes it in the air. Rebote forehand save. Icada on the catch. Low and hard. That will score. Point set and match to Icada and Bueno, taking it in straight sets, 6-1, 6-3.
Well, the Cyclones add their third win here on this Sunday game day, 3 in a row. They have all 4 points so far. Coming up next, 4th division doubles, Flores and Lopez look to keep it going against Iturbide and Bradley. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
DraftKings, an official sports gaming partner of the World Jai-Alai League. There you see the game day scoreboard, all the points going in the direction of the Cesta Cyclones. Let's hear from the winners of that last match, Icada and Bueno.
All right, Icada, Bueno, congratulations on winning that match. First win of the season. How are you guys feeling?
We feel good coming out and getting that win. It's been a rough beginning to the season, man, but it feels good to come out and get a win, put some points up.
Definitely, it feels great. Keep adding points for the Cyclones and let's reach the final.
What was different today versus all of the other days so far this season?
I mean, it happened to us last season too. It's like we got to a certain point, and I think today's that point where we just clicked, you know what I mean? And like I was just telling them now, it's kind of like, there was no in-betweeners, there was no, it was good communication and good trust in each other, and like, you know what I mean? And we were able to get the job done.
Yep.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens on today's game day.
Go Clones.
Thank you.
Cyclones needed to make a push up the standings, and I think they hope that there's a couple more Sundays on the schedule, but fortunately for them, their only time they're playing here against the Chargers on a Sunday. So far, so good. Looking to make it 4 matches in a row with Flores and Lopez coming out next, taking on Iturbide and Bradley.
Again, always interested in this kind of matchup where you have Chris Flores from Hollywood, Florida, going up playing with backcourter who he's watched play at Miami Jai-Alai, Dania, and elsewhere. Just one of the best backcourters of all time.
Yeah.
There's such a difference in talent level that threw Lopez off in the beginning, but they played really well together the second time.
Well, stats back that up, Stu. 0-3 through their first 3 matches, Flores and Lopez, and then next time out, they got their first win. So see if they can make that 2 in a row here. But Iturbide and Bradley, regardless of rank, probably one of the most impressive battle court teams to start this season. They're 4-0. I don't know if they've dropped a set here, Stu. Look at that. No, they have not. Closest set they've played so far is 1-6-5, 6-4s, and then a lot of 6-2s and 6-3s. See if they can continue that as well. The Cyclones get their second win.
Yeah, bit of a mismatch up here in the front court. We've seen that before. Let's see what happens now.
The first match, the Cyclones had the advantage up in the front. They were able to win it. See if the Chargers can capitalize
One thing I've
here.
learned is never count Flores out, ever.
There's a serve. We begin with a drop shot by Iturbide. That's going to score. 2 bounces ruled first point for the Chargers.
Again, one of the goals in Jai-Alai, throw the ball where your opponent's not. In that case, Iturbide does throw 2 balls, so Flores serves, goes to the outside. That inside is negotiated. Who's supposed to go there, Flores or Lopez?
Forehand rebote. Stopped in the air. Here's Lopez from the 9 line. Low runner. Iturbide's there. Powerful backhand, wall to wall. Lopez getting out there. Now calls for Flores to take it. He flicks it up over his head. Iturbide on the wall. Forehand. Low and hard again. That one scooped up by Lopez. First point for the Cyclones. We're tied up. Default over serve. Second serve coming up for Flores. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Big forehand, wall to wall. Lopez out there alone. He digs it out just above the pad. Iturbide charges into the 2-wall. Thrown to score. 2-1 lead for the Chargers.
So I cringe when I say cesta on it, because if you can get your cesta on the ball, it means you can catch it. Lopez looking a little lost up there. It's like, I mean, he's perfectly capable of scooping an outside placement.
Hard serve again. Here's Lopez from the left side. Backhand. Up in the air by Bradley just beyond the 11. Low runner. Here's Lopez. Iturbide comes into the backcourt. Gets it off at the 10 line. This one thrown wall to wall. Lopez again on the move. He lays it up at the 7 line. Bradley out of the way. Here's Iturbide on the rebote. Little kick off the sidewall. Lopez from the outside. Goes for the 3-wall play. Bradley caught it in the air. Great read. Powerful throw. Lopez now looking to dig one out. Not there. 3-1 lead for the Chargers.
Yeah, had he gone for the scoop there, maybe come off the sidewall. Both very difficult catches that he's capable of making. But the rebote, too much. Iturbide and Bradley doing an excellent job of moving Flores and Lopez around.
Here's Lopez on the forehand. Sidearm throw back inside. Here's Bradley from the backcourt. At the 12 line, over the top. That's well placed. Better catch by Lopez. Well, back in again. Here's Bradley, another good stop. Powerful, lower and harder. Lopez lines it up on the forehand. Placement shot to the inside. Iturbide cut it off into the 2-wall. Thrown to score. 4-1 lead.
Beautiful 2-wall by Iturbide. Just beautiful example of a Costado 2-wall is executed by Iturbide. See him grab it here, lines it up, boom. Sidewall, front wall, floor, straight to the outside. Flores needed to keep moving up on that ball to have any type of play on it.
Lopez stands in on the left side. Iturbide goes up for it. Backhand. Launched. Lopez on the move again, off his footing. Drops it to the inside. Here's Bradley. Reaching up on the forehand from the 12 line. Over the top, well placed. Lopez let it pass. Rebote not there. That's a 5-1 lead. Possible set point for the Chargers, Iturbide and Bradley.
Yeah, I can definitely sense some frustration here in the backcourt. Lopez trying a couple different things. Playing further up, more aggressive style of play to try to dominate, not working out. Now staying in the back. See if Flores can get in this match.
Lopez from the 10 line, backhand. That got away from him, up in the overhead screen and out of play. Point and set. Chargers take it 6-1. Minute and a half. We'll come back, play set 2. And again, all about that matchup in the front court, and Iturbide dialed in to begin this season. Started off with a perfectly placed drop shot, and when you establish that drop shot, it takes Flores off the net, forces Lopez to play a little bit further up. He's off to the races from that point on. 6-1.
Here we are in an ESPN 3 players cage in between sets. You see the Cyclones converging on their teammates. See Icada sitting on the bench. Lopez there facing the court.
Another set where he just kind of gotta forget about it. I mean, couldn't get anything going.
Well, and one of the problems is this. I mean, Lopez can sit there and throw BBs. He could set up shop at the 8 line and just blast low ones over the pad on the left side, throw them wall to wall there. But obviously, the opposing team knows that, so they're going to try to keep moving him around. You don't want Lopez to set up shop in the middle of the court and just fire these powerful backhands. Also, there's diminishing returns at firing that hard backhand out here, and that everything comes out to the rebote anyway.
Yeah, when Iturbide is not too worried about defending the outside and not many shots coming from Flores up there in the front. he's had a field day, regardless of opponents. I mean, he stands in there, active on the costado, playing deep, cutting balls off, and pretty easy for him out there in that opening set. Cyclones looking to make it a 3-set match right here. They will have the serve to begin.
And there's Bragley, a fan of Berry Fit. I'm telling you.
Everybody, seemingly. Did you see what flavor he had?
The Berry Fit water. I think the same one
was
is I think the tropical punch.
I got to look here. It is the tropical punch.
It's delicious.
Powerful forehand begins. Our second set, that rebote sent a little too high. That's out of play. Iturbide and Bradley quickly on the board in set number 2.
Yeah, that one muscle memory. Like a save of a rebote, just sending it to the overhead screen. He's used to having about, I don't know, maybe 10 more feet of wall going up.
Lopez from the 10 line, low runner. What a catch by Iturbide up the wall. He's down with the ball. This one takes him out of it. Blast the backhand. Rebote for Flores. That clears the overhead screen. Iturbide on the costado. Inside placement. Lopez backing up. He scooped it up. Bradley now, nice catch off the sidewall. This one opens up. Lopez on the forehand, low and hard, trying to get it to Bradley. He makes the play deep in the backcourt. That died off the back wall. Rebote not played. That's 2 points for the Chargers.
It is one of the nuances of the Magic City court. Occasionally it hits these, what you would call dead spots, I guess is the best way to put it, in the back wall or front wall. You have to hear it to know that it's dying.
Well play serve. Here's Lopez just beyond the 10. Hard backhand. There's Bradley standing in the corner. This one opens up. Flores. Drop shot. Dropped in the pad. And the pad is bad. 3 points for the Chargers.
So there's 2 schools of thought there. One is you haven't been playing particularly well, so don't try anything complicated. The other school of thought is you got nothing to lose. Right. And we know that Flores has some really good kill shots. That high lofting 2-wall. Played really well in the backcourt before, just hasn't seemed to be able to make this adjustment.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. Iturbide from the left side, big backhand up at the 8. Lopez takes off. He turns the rebote back inside. Bradley now just beyond the 11. That's well thrown. Cutting inside again. Lopez makes a save. Iturbide aggressively straight to the inside. That one scooped up. Backhand. Low runner. Bradley going to let that one pass. That comes shooting out. Iturbide now wall to wall. Bradley again drops at the feet. Rebote is coming out. Iturbide makes the save. Here's Lopez up at the 9. Another backhand. Blasts it. Comes shooting off the back wall. Iturbide. Rebote coming up the middle. On the bounce, there's Lopez to the inside. Iturbide comes cross court. Caught it in the air. Backhand to the outside. Lopez another save. Here's Bradley crouching down. Forehand. Long carom. Stopped on the bounce. Flores faked the carom. He drops it back over the top. Bradley settles back beyond the 13. Hard throw inside. That will score. 4-0 lead for the Chargers.
Looked like Flores was beginning to get a little bit of a start there. But really solid play here by Chargers, Bradley, and Iturbide.
Forehand Rebote laid up, back to the inside, scooped by Lopez.
Too much.
Backhand got away, sent up into the overhead screen. That's 5 straight. The Chargers leading 5-0, have a possible set, possible match point.
When you have all that power, you're just trying to do something, especially when you're down this many points, something that's going to work. Something, anything that's going to work.
Lopez gets there before across the sidewall. Low runner, Iturbide on the hop, brings it in, backhand, 2 pass. Lopez again on the move. Rebote is missed. Point, set, and match. Iturbide and Bradley in straight sets take it 6-1, 6-0. First points of the game day for the Chargers, courtesy of Iturbide and Bradley. They improved to 5-0 with that dominant victory. Up next, moving back over to singles, 4th division matchup between Icada of the Cyclones and Ubia of the Chargers. Take a look at that game day scoreboard now. 1.5 points reflecting that doubles win a few moments ago. 12 of 13 points going the way of the Chargers. And Iturbide up there in the front court at this level is just a different player. He is so aggressive. He's got a bunch of different shots, and it's hard for one of these 5s and 6s to hang with a player of that caliber. We are going to hear from the winning team, Iturbide and Bradley. Once again, great start for the Chargers this season, and this team, a big reason why. Here they are, Iturbide and Bradley, ready to go.
All right, Iturbide, Bradley, congratulations on winning that match. Your record right now is 5-0. You are undefeated so far and have the best record right now out of all of the doubles in the Spring 24 season. How have you been such a successful team?
I say the same thing over and over. It's just consistency. Like, my weakness is his strength, and I can always back him up for whatever. So it's just making that happen,
Iturbide, ¿qué funciona tan bien en este equipo?
Pues jugamos muy bien en equipo y
Play really good as a team,
hacemos pocos errores.
and we just make very few errors. Well, like again, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens in today's game day.
Thank you. Good work. Yeah.
They score a bunch of points and they don't make any errors. That's a pretty good recipe for success.
No question about it.
Coming out next, 4th ranked singles matchup here between Icada and Ubia.
And I don't know how to call this one because the truth of the matter is that Icada will hang out there and volley with anybody, and he can potentially out-volley Ubia. Ubia's been playing better, but Ubia's got such a strong power game. Throws the ball so hard. That could trip Icada up.
No, absolutely, Stu. I mean, Icada's played one singles match this season against Julian, and not his best performance. 3-6, 0-6. Suffered that loss, and that was back on February 6th, so almost a full month since he's back out in singles for the second time. Well, it should help him out, though. This is Ubia's first singles match this season, and as a backcourter, not much experience throwing shots. We'll see if that's the difference here. Got to give the edge to Icada, but Ubia's had a good start to this season, more than capable of getting this win and keeping his Chargers alive on the game day. Again, if the Cyclones win any of these next 2 matches, they will lock up the game day win.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match, a singles match. Icada serves for the Cyclones. Here's the serve. We begin. Here's the backhand by Ubia. Rebote forehand by Icada. Karam. Red end stop by Icada. Karam by Icada will score. First point of this match goes to Icada of the Cyclones. He serves. Here's the backhand by Ubia, wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand by Icada, catch by Ubia. Ubia powerfully. Good catch by Icada. He sets. Robote left side by Icada, gonna take a bounce. Ubia cuts it off in the air. Powerful, powerful forehand. Great concentration by Icada. That will land just in.
Yeah, we could see the ball mark here. That's incredible.
2 points for Icada. He serves.
I mean, talk about a game
that's what
of inches.
he wanted.
Yeah.
It just didn't look like it was going to happen. I mean, it's like he threw it. It was floating. He says, "Oh man, come on, drop!" And the ball listened and dropped.
Yeah, and you could tell by Ubia's reaction. He said, "You can't believe that ball landed there." Yeah. I mean, look at that bounce. I mean, an inch. Look at that. Leaves a perfect line. I mean, that is an inch inside the boundary line, probably less.
There's the backhand by Ubia. Robote. Forehand by Icada. Ubia at the 8 line. Scoop by Icada.
Oh,
low and soft to the inside will score. 3 points for Icada. He serves.
Icada's not just rallying with his opponents. He's now finding ways to kill the point. I mean, he doesn't have a great costado. He doesn't have a lot of power. But what he is doing is placing the ball perfectly.
Effective.
And taking a little bit off of some of these throws.
100%. 100%.
Got to change up the speed, and for a backcourt or two, that could give him trouble. Ubia likes to stand in the back corner, doesn't like to move up on it.
Here's the backhand by Ubia. Robote. Forehand by Icada to the outside. Ubia reads it, stops it, returns it powerfully, 3-wall play. Icada, great read, nice Robote, keeps it to the outside. Karam will score. Ubia has a point and the serve for the Chargers. See, Icada was there.
Yeah.
Icada was there, but he wasn't there with his feet beneath him.
Take another look at this. Robote save again, not his preferred side to the left. You're going to see Icada play most of those on the right. Then he's got him going the other way, opens up for the Karam. Perfectly thrown.
Icada on the backhand from the 9 line. Icada takes it on the bounce to 10. Picada. Cut off in the air beautifully by Ubia. Backhand 2-all caught in the air by Icada. Icada from the forehand to the inside. Ubia's there. Robote forehand. Scoop attempt miss. Robote not there. 4 points for Icada. And the serve.
You got to say it again, but Icada's doing a great job of moving Ubia around. I mean, you see how frustrated he is. I mean, it's not comfortable for a backcourter to move to the outside. I mean, they're used to standing in there, letting Robotes come out. Ubia with a little bit of experience playing on the 6th team with getting out there, but just a different level here in singles. Icada's probably played 10 times the number of singles matches compared to Ubia. You're seeing the difference right here so far.
Powerful, powerful throw by Ubia. Good catch by Icada. Backhand to the inside. Big backhand. That goes into the overhead screen. That is 5 points. And possible set point for Icada.
Yeah, he didn't have full control of that ball in the basket either. I mean, tough to see on the inside, but ball was moving around, and when he went to make that throw, just sailed a little bit higher than he would have wanted. When Icada's playing like this, consistent, not making any mistakes, and killing the point, he's as frustrating a guy as there is to play on this roster.
Powerful forehand, low and hard. Here's the scoop by Icada. There's the backhand. Icada takes it in the air, backhand from the 8 line. Ubia with a juggle. Point and set for Icada. We'll put a minute and a half on the board, come out, and play our second set.
Great start for Icada there, Stu. I mean, just a different player than what we saw almost a month ago against Julian. I mean, Julian was pounding forehands inside. Ubia, Icada rather, just couldn't get anything going. And this matchup today, it has been all Icada. Defense, offense working well together for that 6-1 win. A lot of the experienced Cyclones players, Manu, Lopez,
that's a pretty
Bueno.
intense look. You need to finish this in 2 sets. I believe that's the message. I'm not reading lips, but I believe that's the takeaway.
And I think as the ball, going into the second set, the ball is going to heat up a little more, travel a bit further. It should help the powerful Ubia out a little bit more. Icada's been taking advantage of some of the softer throws. Not going to be as easy to do so as we move through this match. Now these two had a great series last season, but so far it has been all Icada. And in that first match, Icada and Bueno defeating El Barba and Benny. Let's get our second set started. Ubia has the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Ubia will have the serve for the Chargers. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Icada on the backhand to the inside. Passes. Robote coming out. Robote forehand high to the front wall. Icada makes the catch. Light touch to the inside. Beautiful catch by Ubia. Robote forehand to the inside. Catch by Ubia. Backhand from the 9 line. Ball's on the wall. Ubia makes the catch. Icada backhand. Robote forehand by Icada. Catch by Ubia. Backhand. Low runner. Scooped up by Icada. Backhand 2-all too much. It's out of play. First point of the second set goes to Ubia of the Chargers. He serves. Reminder of the scoring in battle court, ladies and gentlemen. The first player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Yeah, a little bit difficult to throw that backhand 2-all after making a tough catch. I mean, the way how dramatically he missed the court there, to guess that he didn't have full control of that ball to his left side. Typically a lot more precise than that.
Backhand by Icada. Dropping low to the back wall. Robote forehand. Icada makes the catch in the air. It's going to be a tough Robote. Dug out by Icada. Here's Ubia from the 9 line. Powerfully from the forehand. Robote dropping, saved by Icada. Robote forehand by Icada. Here's Ubia. Catch by Icada. Backhand from the 10 line to the inside. Ubia is there. Fine catch. Nice return. Robote by Icada for the big bounce. That will score. We're tied up, 1 point apiece. Icada serves.
That's tricky, kicking up that high if you don't get there in the air. Quick bounce catch. Not easy to line up. Ubia definitely prefers that left side over his right. Again, you see another miss coming to his right side there.
Robote forehand. This one stopped by Ubia midcourt. Hard throw to the inside. Great catch by Icada. Backhand, low runner. Ubia makes the catch. Here's the backhand from the 8 line. Robote 2-all does not open. Stopped on the forehand of Icada. Icada from the right side. Robote clips, caught by Icada. Icada hard to the inside. Ubia looking for it. That scores 2 points for Icada of the Cyclones. Icada serves.
Well, Icada's been throwing that left side really well this season. A lot more power, passing pretty consistently, and that's giving Ubia a lot of trouble. Backcourt doesn't like to turn around and look for some of these rebotes. See, Icada doesn't have many shots off the rebote, but Ubia certainly doesn't either as a backcourter. Kind of beating him in his own game and working out very well. Now a 2-1 lead for Icada in the second set.
Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, played powerfully by the forehand of Icada. Icada takes the ball in the air at the 6 line. Low and hard to the inside. That scores. 3 points for Icada. He serves. There's the backhand. Icada, outside placement, will score. That's 4 points for Icada. He serves.
Icada has not thrown the same shot back-to-back at any point throughout this match. He's keeping Ubia on his toes.
That's a good stat.
Guessing defensively. And again, he's kept it inside, maybe thrown a little higher, maybe a little lower to the outside, but he is mixing it up beautifully.
Keep him guessing.
I mean, Ubia rather, just not comfortable at all out there. And you can tell he's frustrated, moving around a little bit wild. Icada doing a great job. Some of the best we've ever seen him play in singles.
Backhand 2-all will score.
Just got it.
2 points for Ubia. He serves.
And that's the run killer, the backhand 2-all. Opponent's feeling good, won a couple in a row, aggressively moving back to the inside. Perfect time to shoot the backhand 2-all.
Tremendous serve by Ubia, handled by Icada. Icada returns it to score. That's 5 points for Icada. That is possible set, possible match point.
Well, he threw that ball so hard off the serve. It kicked up off the front wall and landed pretty deep in the service box. Haven't seen one go that low and land close to the 7 line. But
the faster the ball is moving, the lighter it is going through the air.
Wow. He fired
that
that serve. Wow. No problem for Icada, though. Again, a couple points to work with to close it out.
Excellent
Look
catch
at
by
that
Icada.
catch.
Here's the backhand. Floating. Good catch. Nice return by Ubia. Rebote forehand. Icada makes the catch at the 9 line. Backhand. Rebote. 2-all. Stopped by Icada. Icada for the big, big bounce to the inside. That will score for the win. Point, set, a straight set victory for Icada, winning 6-1, 6-2.
Now, we've watched a lot of Icada over the last couple seasons, Stu, but this may be the best we've ever seen him play. I mean, in control of the match the entire way, played against an experienced player in Ubia, maybe not on this court, but a ton of highlight experience. And he dominated from the jump, 6-1, 6-2. Cyclones win the game day. One match remains, top-ranked doubles, 1.5 points up for grabs. Zulica and Benny against Carballo and Manu.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
And look at that game day scoreboard. All Cyclones today. 5 points, just 1.5 for the Chargers. And even still with a lackluster performance today, Chargers still firmly in the playoff mix up there at the top. But we're going to hear from Icada before the introduction of that top doubles match. There he is, ready to go.
All right, Icada, congratulations on winning that match. That was your first singles win of the season. How are you feeling?
Great. I feel good. I mean, first single match, it's hard, but I mean, I'm happy.
What was your strategy going against such a powerful opponent like Ubia?
I not be emotional in there, you know. I get a little bit excited. I get a little bit of anxious, and that's what I'm gonna start. I start throwing crazy shots, but today I kept calm, and that was the strategy actually.
Well, again, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens today.
Thank you. I want to say hi to my fiance, not to my wife already.
One match to go. Thank you, Icada. Brings us to the top-ranked doubles matchup. Zulica and Benny coming to this one with a record of 3-1. The Chargers need these points. Going up against Carballo and Manu, just 1-2 through their first 3 matches of the season. Another Cyclones team that had a particularly slow start. Carballo and Manu lost their first 2 matches, but won last time out against Inaki and Amiga Reina of the Fireballs to pick up their first win of the season. Let's begin our final match of the day, Stu, this top-ranked doubles. There's the serve. Our final match is underway. Manu from the left side. Big backhand, open it up. Rabote's coming out. Forehand save by Zulica. Powered wall to wall. Here's Benny on the outside. Hard forehand. Manu steps up. Got there in the air. Backhand up at the 8. One blasted again, just out of reach. Zulica lines it up on the Rabote. Keeps it inside. The backhand. Here's Benny now. Back beyond the 13. Keeps this inside. Here's Manu. Backhand to the inside. Benny now takes it off the sidewall. Another powerful throw. Manu not going to let that pass. Right on the sidewall. What a play, ranging back for it. Here's Zulica. Quick release to Manu in the corner. Backhand got away, just catching a part of the overhead screen, which is out of play. Zulica and Benny on the board first in our final match. Carballo takes the serve, shoots a 2-wall. That opens up to score. 1-1, we're tied up. Aggressive Carballo in the opening match, carried over here. Look at this. Costado, shoulder level into the 2-wall.
It happens so fast. I mean, Zulica's there, too.
I mean that wasn't about the cut. That was about the power, just beating him to the net.
The speed. The speed of the ball.
Low runner by Benny. Manu with a great read, steps up, caught in the air. Big backhand now. Benny, good catch back beyond the 13. Manu ranging back forward at the 12 line now. Keeps this one to the inside. Here's Benny. Manu just beyond the 12. Backhand sticks inside. Benny pulls it off the sidewall again from the 11 line. Hard throw. Here's Manu. Lobs another one up. Benny now from the 11 line. Higher and harder. Not going to get past Manu. Great defense. Manu again back up to the glass. Lobs this one up. Here's Benny now. Trading throws here, the back quarters. This one dropping a little lower. Manu steps up. One close to the sidewall. Benny takes another one in. Hard throw. Here's Manu again. Backhand. Forehand Rabote sticks inside. This one on the bounce. Here's Manu backing up. Forehand. Placement shot to the inside, right on the wall, no problem for Zulica. Here's the backhand. This is launched. Rebote coming out. Rebote save to the inside. Zulica, splitter. Manu read it. Manu stops it on the forehand. Low and hard, well placed to the inside. Here's Benny now. Good catch. Hard backhand follows. Zulica again on the rebote. Keeps this one to the inside for Manu. Backhand. Benny now steps up. What a catch. That one crossing deep in the backcourt. Manu lifts another one. Back to Benny. Just beyond the 10 line. Trying to get it to pass. Manu again in the corner. This one drops between the Chargers. Zulica on the rebote. Right at Manu's feet. Backing up. He scooped it up. Zulica to Costado. Here's the backhand. He digs that one out. Here's Manu. Benny ranging back beyond the 12 line. Lifts it up. Back to Manu. Manu now, low runner. On the bounce, here's Benny now, backed up to the 12, higher and harder. Manu not letting anything come out, great defense. Zulica into the Costado, what a 2-wall that was. The Chargers take the lead 2-1.
I almost want to say that he just lulled him into it. I mean, Carballo clearly can get out there. I mean, he was just not ready for this. Look,
he
he's
just
lingering right there.
I mean, look at this.
He's
2-wall,
fast.
And what a catch by Manu as that crossed the side wall, pulled it in. Here's Benny now, back beyond the 12. This one high and hard. Here's the rebote. Manu now just in front of the 11 line. Backhand, stopped by Benny. Into the 13 line. Dropping low for Manu. What a catch. Then he now ranges back forward. That caught the corner, opens up. Carballo on the forehand up in the front court. Powers it right up the middle. Zulica stays with it. He launches it. Back to the inside. Carballo off his footing. Neither foot on the ground. Turns the rebote. Zulica on the forehand. The drop shot from the forehand of Zulica scores.
I don't know that I've seen Zulica throw many from the forehand. That's the only one I can remember actually see him throw. It was perfectly timed. Carballo he makes a great play here and then goes to the outside, covering the shot. But he's very committed. Zulica sees that Manu's in the back, just drops it inside. Zulica knows Carballo's fast enough to get back in there and get to it, just not that one. Very well done.
Unofficially, I agree with that stat. I was thinking the exact same thing when he threw it. He goes for the 3-wall, low and hard, maybe a 2-wall, but what a catch that was by Manu. Wow. Here's Manu up there at the 10 line, backhand to the inside, dropping low for Benny now. Benny high and hard, just out of reach. Carballo looking for it, goes to the sidewall, makes the save. Zulica on the Costado, the 2-wall thrown in to score. 4-1 lead for the Chargers. He's been spot on with the 2-wall today, Stu.
When he sees the shot, he takes it. And maybe he's taking an extra half second to think about it, but 2-walls were not on earlier. They gradually got on. Now he's landing them beautifully.
Carballo picks a serve, threw it into the pad. 5 points for Zulica and Benny. They have a possible set point.
So that's an example of just a spectacular catch by Carballo. I mean, just beautiful, but the catch and the throw are two distinct processes, and he missed the second part of that process.
Point and set. Carballo went for that serve, knocked it down. That is an ace, 6-1 in favor of the Chargers. Set number 2 coming up in a minute and a half.
So you have some tremendous play there by Zulica. You see walking off the court with his partner, Benny. They've just gotten better and better and better as a team. Zulica, extremely aggressive. Super powerful with those serves. The 2-walls landing in beautifully. See him doing a little cesta repair there. Remember, these cestas are entirely handmade. You are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're in our last match of the day. Here we are in the ESPN3 Players Cage. Players come back here to take breaks in between sets and prepare for matches. It's like getting some potassium in there. Chargers have only won 1 of the 5 matches that have been played today. Cyclones just doing a fantastic job. We did, however, win that set handily. We've got about 20 seconds to go before we begin our second set. Never count Carballo and Manu out, ever. And if you're enjoying yourself, don't forget we are back tomorrow and Tuesday. 5 p.m. start times for Battle Court, Monday and Tuesday.
We are ready to begin set number 2. Carballo and Manu have the serve. There's a serve. Our second set is underway. Here's Manu from deep in the backcourt. Low runner to the inside. Benny, nice catch off the side wall. Ote, little kick off the side wall. Carballo comes cross court, whips it high. Benny, good read, runs under it. There's a backhand. That's launched. Wall to wall. Robote comes shooting out. Carballo missed the return. First point of our second set to Zulica and Benny.
Zulica and Benny can remain locked in. They can potentially take this in second sets, in straight sets rather.
Carballo went for the serve. That's 2 points for Zulica and Benny.
So there's 2 problems with that. One, you got Manu as your backcourter, so you know he's not going to miss the serve. 2, you're looking to throw a shot on Zulica, which he has done successfully. But the odds of you scoring off of that serve, or the chances of you scoring off the serve, are just decidedly low.
Backhand dropped inside. Here's Benny now up at the 11. Big backhand. Just clears the overhead. Screen Carballo up at the 4 line. Turns it overhead. Back to the left side of Benny. This one well placed. Good catch by Manu. He's at the 12. Backhand. And he steps up. Oh, this one opened up to the outside. Clean miss in the backcourt. Robote not played. That's 3 straight.
So that one I'm a little surprised. Carballo's usually on top of it. That Carballo wasn't in position to try to make that Robote. He's usually a bit more aggressive.
Carballo out of the way of the serve. Backhand. Here's Manu at the 12 line. Low runner. Here's Carballo from the left side. Big backhand. Then he goes up for it. Nice catch deep in the backcourt. Manu again at the 11 line to the inside. That's well placed. Better catch by Benny. Benny just beyond the 10. This one opens up. Manu goes up for it. Low runner inside. What a catch by Zulica. This one a pass. Rotate left side. Howard right up the middle. Here's Benny. And he goes for the 3-wall play. Manu not going to let it catch the 3rd wall. Cut it off. Here's Benny now, back at the 13. High and hard, just does clear again. Manu not letting it pass. This one does, well out of reach. Carballo backpedals into position, powers it up the middle. What a return. Here's Zulica into the 2-wall, a splitter. That's tipped. 4 points for the Chargers.
Zulica and Benny just look so locked in. This Rebote coming out. Zulica with the split placement, so you've seen him throw a drop shot. We've seen him go to the outside. He's just mixed it up beautifully.
Carballo somehow caught the serve and throws the carom in to score. What a combination. That's a first point for Carballo and Manu. I mean, yeah, I think Manu's reaction tells you everything you need to know. I mean, great play, but he's missed about 4 of them. Fault under serve, second serve coming up. Rebote forehand. Stopped by Zulica. Zulica winds it up. Powerful throw. Manu out there for the rebote. Will clip off the sidewall. Zulica to the costado. Right back to the left side of Manu. A nice catch back at the 13. This one lobbed up. That's close to the sidewall. No problem for Manu. Forehand over the top. Better catch by Manu. What a play that was. Forehand rebote. Whipped inside. There's Manu again. Backhand. Low runner. Benny, what a catch, crossing the sidewall deep in the backcourt. This one, launch, Carballo on the move, still moving. He gets it to pass again. Power here by all 4 players. Zulica now wall-to-wall with a forehand rebote. Carballo over the 4-line. Carom rebote off his footing is out of play. 5 points for Zulica and Benny. They have a possible set, possible match point.
As our player manager and chief judge says, a bit ambitious. Forehand Carom rebote. I admire the effort, but there's a lot going on there that didn't go his way.
Outside serve, Manu from the forehand. Whips it inside, low and hard. Benny backing up. He scooped it up high on the left side. Low runner. Here's Carballo now, switching from left to right. Whips it inside. That opened up. Benny stays with it. Back over the top. One slows it down. Here's Manu now going up forward at the 11 line, right up the middle. Benny crouching down in the corner. He comes away with it. Carballo reaching up high into the costado splitter. Caught in the air by Zulica, but lost it on the throw. 2 points for Carballo and Manu. Still a possible match point for the Chargers.
Zulica's been doing well with those. Have to imagine that he was thinking about what he was going to throw while he was trying to catch the ball.
Backhand to the inside, dropping low. Manu ducks. Carballo comes back for it, just lays it up. Zulica aggressively on the costado splitter. Split them up to score for the win. Point, set, and match. Chargers close it out in straight sets, 6-1, 6-2. But the Cyclones win the game day 5-3. Folks, stay tuned for the post-game show. That's coming your way in just a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock. and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point
win.
set and match.
Point set and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Everybody, welcome into the Battle Court postgame show. Stu Nyman here with Andrew Bleckman.
Hi.
What a win it was for the Cyclones today, defeating the Chargers, handing them their first loss of the season, 5-3. Let's cut to the highlights right away and recap what we saw behind us on this Sunday game day, our final Sunday of the season. Got started with this 6th-ranked matchup here, Carballo and Flores against El Barba and Ubia.
So Carballo comes out vicious. I mean, just attacking the outside, specifically with El Barba, and have to say was very surprised by El Barba, not necessarily in the way we have been all season long. He's had an outstanding start to this season. It did not continue into today. He just was not able to make catches that he's been making, including that one, which went right off the tip of his basket.
Yeah, Carballo, so much power up there in the front, and it's a different look than what El Barba's been used to. I mean, and catches like that, too. Carballo was on in this opening one.
Absolutely. I mean, he's on there at the 11 line in doubles. So
if you're back there, you better make that catch.
Exactly. You better be locked in. Beautiful catch on the serve. Scopes out the court. That's the one that you had talked about earlier where you said El Barba's been catching those all the time. He knew that one was in.
And how about Flores, too? I mean,
Flores backs him up pretty
struggles
well
in the front, but he's good here in the backcourt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Throw missed. You see a lead here, 5-4 in the second set.
Bobble.
In favor of the Cyclones, and that ball juggled. You saw some white come out of the basket. That ball indeed juggled. Well called by the official. 6-3, 6-4 in favor of the Cyclones to start off the day. Then switched over to singles here for at least a moment. That was Zulica against Manu, top-ranked matchup.
Always excited to see our top players playing against each other. Manu has had a great singles season so far. He's come out particularly strong. His catching, like that, is just so spot on. He's so difficult to beat. You got to try to get him on a shot, which is what Zulica locks in here to do. Beautifully, beautifully executed. Costado 2-all to put some points up on the board. Just not enough of them to make it happen. Outside placement, just a slightly different version of what you saw Zulica do before that. Zulica saw it coming, just could not make the catch.
The This high bounce 2-wall by Manu,
That's
so
beautifully
creative
executed.
and precise in the shot making. Back to the inside. Look at this scoop right into the 2-wall here.
And that's confidence.
And Zulica ending the second set in style with that 2-wall.
It's a beautiful combination. Scoop and 2-walls, beautiful combination
It really
when
is.
it works. When it works. See, that ball just placed right along the wall to score, just out of reach. And highlight throw the ball where your opponent is not and catch one more than your opponent. And Manu doing that in our second match of the day.
Yeah, it took 3 sets to do it, but Manu able to close out Zulica in that top-ranked singles match. And then back to doubles here, 5th division, Icada and Bueno against Barba and Benny.
Look at that teamwork, making sure that Icada doesn't get hit. Then back to the outside. Again, Barba thought that he was going inside, was actually moving in that direction. Barba, again, in this match, too, just not able to get anything going. As far as shots, placement was off. It's not the Barba that we are used to seeing. Icada, on the other hand, spot-on catching.
Aggressive.
Court positioning has been excellent.
You look at this. Nice rebote, and then Benny outside placement
Picture
of his
perfect
own.
outside placement. Benny had a couple amazing catches throughout the day and a couple really good throws, and that was one of them. See Benny locked in here as well. Beautiful carom. Stopped by Icada.
One whipped inside, Barba into the backcourt, and that's just too much to handle. Winding down this match right here, you see Benny again going up for it. Forehand goes for the high 3-wall play, catches the 3rd wall. Bueno in good position.
Great read by Bueno, but just it's a lot to ask him to do.
Can't. Tough to turn it from there. But then Icada faked the outside placement, kept it inside, knocked down by Benny. Straight set victory for their first win of the season. Icada and Bueno improving to 1-3 with that win. That brought us to the 4th-ranked doubles matchup here. Flores and Lopez just couldn't get anything going against this Iturbide Bradley team.
No, the communication was actually seemed pretty good, but it just didn't result in Flores being able to stop balls like that. Clearly, it was an overmatch in the front court. Lopez just not able to make anything happen in the back court. That was a straight set victory for the purple shirts.
6-1, 6-0 then. Singles here, 4th-ranked division. Boy, Icada just kept it rolling here.
Very curious to see how Icada, two very different styles of play. Icada will out-volley all but 3 other guys on the roster who will also out-volley each other. Part of that 8-minute point in 2023.
Now look at that one. Perfectly placed, and you can see Ubia just couldn't believe it didn't hit the line at all.
Very curious to see how the power game of Ubia was going to go up against Icada. And Icada just shot for shot. He just got in there and never got overwhelmed.
And just frustrating.
Yeah, Ubia was not able to put points consistently up on the board.
And Icada said trying to make him uncomfortable, forcing to play a couple more rebotes. This is a backcourter that's not a typical skill that you're used to doing all day long here, whereas the front quarter a little more precise on those throws.
Look at Icada, eyes on the ball. What do we often see? We sometimes see him miss because he takes his eye off the ball as it's coming into his cesta. In that case, you see that he was locked in his first doubles match and in this singles match. And the power of Ubia.
Look at that, straight outside.
Just so well done.
Gorgeous. See into the second set now, 6-1 for Icada in set 1, a lead there in set number 2. And didn't let that lead slip away with catches like that. I mean, regardless of where he was on the court, he was stopping everything. Even this, back on the inside, avoids the net.
See Ubia's walk right there? Ubia thought that point was over.
And then trapped under the bridge, ending that match in Icada's favor. Straight sets. Nice rebound performance for Icada. That secured the game day victory for the Cyclones. Coming out in our final match of the day, Zulica and Benny looking to get some points for the Chargers team. Only 1.5 coming into it. They were able to deliver.
Carballo looks so hot to begin with. You see Zulica's daughter, I believe that is, saying, oh my goodness. But then Zulica just started moving Carballo all around the court. You see, Carballo didn't even have his cesta up before he had to jump into the screen. one of our gracious customers, and they're in the splash zone. Carballo having some typically great acrobatics, but
I love to see that control from Zulica.
Zulica and Benny played basically flawlessly after the first couple points. Yeah, that is just, it's...
A couple serves ate him up, and he was just trying to, don't even know if he was going for it, just trying to protect himself, hopefully protecting himself, because those are some tough scoops to make. Here in our second set now, again, just out of the way of it.
That one came afterwards. We weren't sure if he was hit by the ball or not.
And even the catching there in that game, just not quite what we saw in the first time around for Carballo. And you're going to see another serve. I mean, how in the world does he catch this? He doesn't juggle it.
That was beautiful.
Rolling around in there, but never broke contact with the surface. And then the carom, what a combination, but just not enough offense today. Zulica, difference maker in this one. Again, you see the costado. A little splitter, different look.
Just beautiful.
Split them up to score.
Very well done.
But in the end, you see, win there by the Chargers. They get 3 points on the game day, but the big winners were the Cyclones today, trying to make their push up the standings. Getting 5 points off the top-ranked team, pretty good start. Let's see where all 6 teams stack up here in Spring 24. Chargers still up at the top, but they've played 2 more game days compared to the Warriors, who are in second. And 12 points ahead, you got the Devils in third and the Renegades there. A couple extra game days to play, 19.5 points. And look at the Cyclones making their push, 15.5 now, just outside of the playoffs. Again, top 4 teams will make the playoffs this season compared to some other seasons where it's only been 2 or 3 teams. Stu.
Yes.
Player of the day for today. There was some good conversation, but this was cordial conversation. We like that.
Yeah, unlike Friday when you just
was
came
a little ridiculous.
a blistering attack.
Yeah.
It just wasn't really pleasant. This one I think we agreed on.
We did.
There were a couple candidates, but Icada for me.
Yeah.
Icada both in the doubles and the singles. His catching was spot on. His court positioning was spot on. Did not take his eye off the ball. Didn't make mistakes. And against Ubia, I was very interested to see how, because those are 2 very different styles of Jai-Alai. And it came out in Icada's favor. So for me, Icada was player of the day overall.
Yeah, let's hear from the 4th-ranked player of the Cyclones. Hey everybody, we are here with Icada of the Cyclones, player of the day for today. You and Bueno played so well together today. The first time you were able to break through and get that win, what was the difference?
Well, keep calm, trust each other. You know, we were doing probably the opposite. That's why the results wasn't coming out. But today, we just tried to keep calm and relax and just play the game.
Yeah, and in singles, you dominated that Ubia match from the start, showing a lot of power from the left side, some good shots as well. And what was your strategy coming into it?
Hey, to be honest, Ubia is kind of scary to play with that string and everything. The ball comes so fast to you. But the strategy, I think, was just to put Ubia to play rebote the whole partido. You know, that was the strategy, just to keep it in the back. Try to make Ubia do the mistake. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And last thing I'm going to ask you, what does this mean win for your Cyclones team taking out the top team so far?
Well, it doesn't mean anything. Probably it's a little more confident, but the season, it's a long season. So they might be in first right now. We haven't played enough days, so I mean, everything can happen. You know, we're in second to last right now. Hopefully, during the season, we reach the final.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great start today. Some big points picked up against the Chargers. Icada is our player of the day.
Thank you, guys.
That was Icada, our player of the day on this Sundays, too. We're going to return tomorrow. Don't have to wait too long for Jai-Alai. And again, through the rest of the season, we're just going to be Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. 5 p.m. start on Monday, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays. Tomorrow, we get started with the Fireballs and the Renegades. Teams are important. Inaki and Amigarena against Gosheri and Arats, top-ranked doubles. Then, Jed and Hernandez against Joseph and Arta. Ferronda and Amigarena take on Gosheri and Ben. Inaki and Cabrera against Goanaga and Arta. And then 2 singles matches closing out. Ferronda against Arats, the first one. Then Cabrera against Ben, 5th Division singles, will close out the day. Stu and I will be back here to bring you the Fireballs and the Renegades tomorrow as we continue on with our Spring 24 season. Again, he's Stu Nyman. I'm Andrew Bleckman. We'll see you tomorrow, 5
See you tomorrow,
p.m.
5 p.m.
Do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, you know, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!